الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين صلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد النور المبين وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين ورضي الله عن أزواجه وذرياته وأصحابه وأحبابه والتابعين وعنا معهم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. يا رب اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا يا رب. Maybe we should start from now increasing that dua of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allahumma innaka afuun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anna. Ya Allah, you are all forgiving, you love to forgive. Please give us forgiveness, though we're not worthy of your forgiveness. Ya Rab. Some of the ayahs that were recited, obviously, as usual. Inna hadha al-Qur'ana yahdi lillati hiya aqwam wa yubashshir. This Qur'an guides to the success. Success is a relative word. Just like, what is success for an individual 50 years ago? Success was 100 years ago, maybe, to get a job and to get married. That was considered success. That's not necessarily success today. In fact, you see, marriage is not on the radar of young people anymore. Values change depending on the market, and the market controls how people think because they groom the population to be their customers and to consume what they produce. Al-Quran does not have a benefit in grooming you to consume that. Al-Quran wants you to be liberated and to be a free-thinking human being. He tells you, Allah Azza wa Jal, Inna hadha al-Qur'ana yahdi. You're looking for success. You're looking for guidance. You're looking to reach safety. You're looking for the best aqwam, not just aqwam, the most successful, the most correct, the most right thing to do to navigate this Quran. Look into this Quran. Don't avoid the Quran. And with that, I will make a difference because Quran is the religion, right? What is our religion? Quran and the Sunnah, sahih? طيب. So really the Sunnah is only following the Quran. The Sunnah does not substantiate. The Sunnah explains and elucidates. Substantiation is Allah Azza wa Jal, right? The Quran. And therefore, I always make a distinction between the religious and the religion. Religious, no matter who we are, we try to understand the religion at best. The religion is the Quran. And the beauty in Islam is there is no hierarchy and there are no intermediaries between you and the Quran. This is the month of the Quran. Open the Quran. The Quran is a message from your loving Creator to you. Read. Iqra. Bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Read in the name of your Lord. Your Lord. Rabbik. Your Rabbika, your Lord. Read. Don't be fooled by the market. Market is all right. We work in the market. But don't let the market blind your vision and life and rob you from the most important things that are availed to you. Iman and time. Don't. Be careful. وَيُبَشِّرْ also Al-Quran, no matter what people tell you, gives you glad tidings. What? الَّذِينَ يَعْمَلُونَ الصَّالِحَاتِ أَنَّ لَهُمْ أَجْرًا. You do good, the Quran is telling us in the ayah, your reward is protected. Don't worry about who sees it, who doesn't see it. Don't worry about a recognition plaque. Don't worry about a recognition an announcement. Don't worry about whether you placed it in the right place or not the right place. Make your best judgment. Allah promises you if you do good, it will never go unaccounted for. So go and do good. Don't worry about that. Don't let shaitan intercept you from doing good. Because the promise in the Quran is what? يُبَشِّرُ الَّذِينَ يَعْمَلُونَ الصَّالِحَاتِ. He gives glad tidings to those who do good. Go do good. Don't wait until you are in need to do good. Remember Him when you're healthy, you're remembered when you lack health. Remember Him when you're wealthy, you may be remembered when you lack wealth. Remember Him when you don't need, there's no such thing, but you'll be remembered when you're in need. تعرف عليه بالرخاء يعرفك في الشدة. في الرخاء يعرفك في الشدة. هو يعرفك في كل حال سبحانه وتعالى. Then we move to another ayah. I'm just saying these things because sometimes young people are today overwhelmed with everything that's shoved at them, and there's no space and time to think. Take a step back, unplug. This dunya is still His creation. Everything that happens is His creation. Don't be fooled by the magical show. It's a show that will fade. You will remain and you will go to Him. Do good. Islam does not ask you to do many things. Don't worship the creation, worship the Creator. All right? Fair enough. For anyone. Why should you worship creation? Number two, just be good. Be a good son, a good daughter, a good father, a good mother, a good neighbor, a good sister, a good brother, a good auntie, that's what Islam is asking you. There's nothing more. Right. We move to another ayah here also that was recited, where Allah shows us what is the path for destruction of societies. وَإِذَا أَرَدْنَا أَن نُهْلِكَ قَرْيَةً أَمَرْنَا مُتْرَفِيهَا. وفي رواية أمرنا also مترفيها ففسقوا فيها فحق عليها القول فدمرناها تدميرا. Which means if we want to destroy a village, the leaders of the village become those who are not worthy of leading. He just wants to lead because he wants the kursi, but he doesn't have the qualifications to lead. فَفَسَقُوا فِيهَا. فَسَقُوا means what? Deviate from the command of Allah, from the amr of Allah. What does Allah give you amr? إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُ بِالْعَدْلِ وَإِيتَاءِ ذِي الْقُرْبَى. Look at these three things Allah mentions in Surah An-Nahl. إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُ بِالْعَدْلِ. Allah commands you to be just. شوف, just. عدل. That's why, since the ayah makes it that the safety and the prosperity of any community is based on adl and ihsan, وَإِيتَاءِ ذِي الْقُرْبَى, in a sense that you are following the commands of Allah, did not mention iman. Notice, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُ بِالْعَدْلِ وَالْإِحْسَانِ وَإِيتَاءِ ذِي الْقُرْبَى. Did not mention إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُ بِالْإِيمَانِ وَالْعَدْلِ. لا عدل وإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى. طيب, what does that mean then? That means whenever there is relative justice, that community or society will thrive. Whenever there is no relative justice, no matter what they say, it will not thrive. It will be destroyed. Ihsan, excellence, doing things right. You do things right. إن الله يحب إذا عمل أحدكم عملا أن يتقن. الحديث ضعيف, لكن the meaning is right. If you do something, you do it right. Right? All right. You're a student, you study right. You work right. Whatever you do the best you can. Not perfect, but you do right. If that's excellence. If you do that, Allah Azza wa Jal promised that this community or this society will prosper. You don't, it's not going to prosper. That's why allegedly in the seerah Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, when people were sitting in the masjid and making dua, instead of going to work and laboring and studying and doing things, Ya Allah give us money, Ya Allah give us fruits, Ya Allah give us this. Sayyidina Umar had a nice solution called durra. Right? It's a nice stick with a little bulb, a little bulgy at the end. He brought these guys sitting in the masjid. He says, come here. He started. They said, look, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, we understood the solution. Go work. Go study. Go be productive. السماء لا تمطر ذهبا ولا فضة. Heavens will not rain on you gold and silver. Amal. There has to be some amal. And the tawfiq and the barakah is from Allah. You do the amal, Allah blesses. Like notice in societies on earth in general today, whenever there's no relative justice, even relative justice, the community will go down. It doesn't matter what they say. Doesn't matter what they do. Whenever there's some relative justice, there'll be prosperity. And that goes according to give everyone their right, and you will have yours. Chip people's their right, and yours will also be lost in the process. Last thing I'll say here, Ramadan, we're almost coming to the middle. I want to remind myself of you to renew our niyyah for Ramadan. May Allah Ta'ala forgive us in this month of Ramadan. Ya Allah, there are people who have needs. Ya Allah, grant them their needs in this month of Ramadan. Ya Allah, there are people who are sick and they have illnesses and diseases and conditions, medical conditions. Ya Allah, turn every dis-ease into ease, Ya Rabbal Alameen. There are people, Ya Rabbal Alameen, in this world who are oppressed, who are subjugated, who are mistreated. Ya Rabbal Alameen, grant them all ease and rahmah from you, Ya Allah. There are people, Ya Allah, who have died and nobody remembers them. Their children don't remember them, but Ya Allah, you don't forget anyone. Grant them, Ya Allah, all your mercies, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Ya Allah, for everyone, for our parents and our grandparents and our great-grandparents, Ya Rabbal Alameen, in this month of Ramadan, give them your forgiveness and rahmah, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, for all the ummah of Muhammad or Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Ya Rabbal Alameen, save them from bloodshed, Ya Allah. Save them from oppression, Ya Allah. Liberate those people, Ya Allah. Guide them so they can be liberated, Ya Rabbal Alameen. So they're not oppressed and subjugated, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Guide them to be leaders and positive contributors, Ya Rabbal Alameen, to themselves and the world, Ya Allah. Ya Rabbal Alameen, Ya Allah, all the children, all the people, Ya Allah, guide them all and bless all, guide all human beings and bless all human beings, Ya Rabbal Alameen. صلى الله على محمد وآله والحمد لله رب العالمين.